played by Foster Burnley. He gets a little bit of room, decides not to pass. Clark's going to take it now from the top left-hand side of the box. He gets played. He's in a one-on-one, so no slide there. And there it is.
Nice shot.
No slide by the Sabres. They were very late in getting to Clark, and Clark saw it, dropped his hands, got a beautiful right-handed shot that he's patented for about, I'd say about 7 or 8 yards out.
Yeah, and it was on off-stick side and about shoulder high. And
win this face-off.
That was nice.
And the Bulldogs will get their offense on the field. First line midfield will come out. And Colella will come back out, replacing LaFrance at the end of that quarter.
See him setting up nicely.
And he'll park himself right on the crease, and they'll look inside.
Oh, yeah.
Cusack.
Beautiful.
Now that's a play. Jack Cusack scores on that. A great inside move by him, which he was very strong starting off the season in that regard, and we haven't seen much of that the last couple games.
He snuck right in there until right in front of the goal, and the pass to him was right on his stick, and he just put it in the cage. There wasn't any way for the goalie to stop that.
And again, the Bulldog first line midfield will enter the field. So Clark is going to dodge right from the first pass from Colby, and they'll get it, they'll rotate it, and this is what I love to see in lacrosse. Find that opening on the backside.
Yep, there he is.
Fink's going to rotate back to Howe. He's on goal line extended. He gets a great slide from Foster Burnley, and he shuts him down. And Colella's going to have an open field.
And there beautiful shot again.
Great play. I got to tell you, Howe's ability to come off that check from Foster Burnley and see Kyle Colella creeping in from his right side.
I thought he was going to lose the ball. That guy was all over Kyle. I mean, it was, and then a beautiful pass out and set it up, and the goal was clean.
So Kyle's going to try and go one-on-one against a short. He sees Howe. Howe's going to he's going to try and dodge in. And Howe thinks better and lets the offense set up. Howe's going to get a dodge from behind. He sees a cutter. Fink's
loose ball in front of the cage.
Fink's going to try a little bit of a shovel shot, and now it's in scrum. So coming right off the top of the crease, Clark's going to get possession. He comes down in his left, go to his right, and there it is.
Man. What a beautiful shot.
He had me fooled. I thought he was going to go left there, and he changed to his right hand and caught the upper part of the crossbar with that.
That was a really beautiful shot.
Right under the crossbar, right at Burnley's head just about. So 4-0 Bulldogs now, 8:49 left in the second. Cusack will just wait for the offense. No need to panic and no need to press at this point. Get your boys on the field. Gendron will hold the ball up at the 40-yard line of the midfield.
The second quarter's been played in the Bedford offensive side of the field. It really has.
So Burnley.
And another score.
Burnley kind of let up on Colby Gendron there, and Gendron just kind of strolls by him, goes to his left, and then back to his right, and he gets a shot in on Alex Burnley.
And he had a half a step on him as he was going by him, but I was surprised that the defense didn't slide off and help him. So used to seeing Howe behind the cage when he's up by the 50, I would think he almost gets a nosebleed.
Well, it almost looks like they're in their man-up.
Right.
Because Howe gets up on top of the box at the start of a couple of their man-up plays. So Clark, he's going to go over. They're playing just a little pass and go, and there's a beautiful play.
Beautiful play.
They had a 4-man rotation up there at the corner of Burnley's left at the top of the box, and they found Kyle Fink rotating inside, and he was actually on the 7-yard line when he shot that.
I think there was 6 or 7 passes in that routine there. They just kept going back and forth for those 3 or 4 guys.
Well, this is yarder. And I'll call that, yeah, we'll give him 15 on that. We'll be generous.
Okay.
He did step in. Howe's going to come in from X, and they're going to go back into their regular set. And Colella. Nice. I have seen some fire out of Kyle Colella. I don't know whether it's because he's a senior and he sees the days, dwindling by as his career at Bedford High School, fades away. But he has scored a second goal about 10 yards out on, I believe that's still going to be a. And Clark will make a dash. He finds Cusack inside again.
Nice
ball
save.
hits a defender in front, and the ball dribbles over to Burnley. He'll start to clear now. He comes out of his crease. Bulldogs are going to go full force on the ride here. Tom Denault's going to pick up Burnley. Burnley's going to stretch out. He finds an opening, and the Sabres clear effectively. And they get up to Horner, and there's
There
a
it
nice
is.
cross feed to Hopi, number 12, and Souhegan gets their first goal of the day. That was a good clear, actually.
That was a very good clear. He came very high up, passed it, they were open, and then defense was trying to overcompensate, and there was a man open on the crease.
Yeah. So one of the times where Burnley pressed the ball up on the run, he was able to find a open midfielder.
I found it interesting when I looked back, the whole defense was gone. There wasn't anybody there when he was coming up.
Right. So Bulldogs win the ensuing face-off. Ball goes to Jake Rio. He gets the pass into Fink. He gets a touch, and there's no need to press the ball here. So the Bulldogs have got to be a little more patient here. Gets the ball over to Howe. Gendron, he'll wait for his counterparts to come onto the field. Howe's open. He gets a pass in. He's
front.
He dodges, and the ball comes out of his stick.
That was a good check on him.
It's a good check. Howe saw an opening there, but he didn't complete the face dodge. So Burnley's going to get a pass up to midfield, and Sabres are on the run. They'll get it into the box. And that's Savo with the ball. He'll get a touch, and they'll set up now. So the Sabres will get a touch here.
On that play before with Howe, that was a classic give and go. I mean, Howe knew he was going to be open. After he passed it, he said, give it back, give it back.
So I didn't see what that whistle was, Manny, but the change of possession goes to the Bulldogs, and they'll get it over half field. Ball with Colby Gendron. He'll go down to Howe. 2:21 left in the quarter. Gendron's just going to lazily get a pass up top to Dakota Clark. He's going to go one-on-one here, and he's got space. There it goes. Second gear. He hitches, and there's his shot.
Oh, that's the shot.
Boy, we could run that tape again and again and again.
Wow,
and
that was a beautiful shot.
See many changes, but Dakota Clark's got that second gear once he makes that hitch move like he has done so many times, and he'll shoot out from about 10 yards, and he'll get the Bulldogs' 8th goal. So that'll be Clark's third of the. Actually, it looks like it went off of Colton Krasinski, so they're going to give the ball to Souhegan with about 13 seconds left. And the Bulldogs are going to press on defense here. Craig gets the ball against Gendron. He finds space. He picks up a slide. Slide's ineffective there. Nutting gets the ball over, and that's going to be a goal. That's going to be a goal.
Yep.
There was a flag there. And,
I wasn't
and
sure. It could have been a cross-check.
No, I think it's going to be a hold. It's going to be waved off. It's going to be waved off. That slide that came across was the hold, and then there was a midfielder in the middle that was left open, but that person slid away and left Nutting wide open, and Nutting just be. Clark will get the ball, and this will be a crank shot from
40 yards out.
Yeah, this is the Hail Mary of all Hail Marys here. Everybody crowds in front of the crease. Clark's just going to wing it. And
he got it!
Oh my!
Holy
Lord.
mackerel!
Now let's see the call here. We're not seeing the call yet. Clark just ground balled that all the way in, and it found the back of the net. Now we got to see what the refs say. I have not seen the signal yet. Have not. And
yeah, there it is. It's a goal. Wow.
Well, there you go. You've played lacrosse for 40-something years, and so like that. Well, it would have normally been a starting attackman, but I'm not sure. So let's commence the play here. Bulldogs run that one play, and again, they see success. And boy, that's a copy of what we saw against Bishop Girton the other night.
That's right. And literally, with only 13 seconds in the start of the third quarter, Bedford goes up 10-2.
You know, one of the things you don't often see in lacrosse these days is when a team has a man advantage, they do not run two attackers behind goal line extended. And let's see if there isn't a metamorphosis of that same play, but they run it a little differently. Same rotation. Kalula's going to find the opposite side, and Tucci's going to take a shot from the opposite side of where they have been finding success in that play. Howe picks up the ball at X, and they'll bring it in. And again, they'll run it. And
another score.
And this time, Tucci gets smart, and he changes planes and puts a bounce shot right through the 5-hole on Alex Burnley.
So with 8 seconds left in the penalty that was locked in, Bedford scored 2 goals. That's taking advantage of a man-up situation.
Absolutely. 3-3. Bedford playing a standard box and one. Penalty expires. Jake Rio comes in as the 6th man, and now we're back to equal strength. Nutting's going to take it up top in a one-on-one against Andy Pallas. He gets it over to Foster. Foster goes to his left hand, twirls, and has a great shot on the net and puts it in.
You know, I watch these long stick middies. At times they look very cumbersome moving around, but when they can ratchet that thing up, that shot flies.
I'll tell you that I've seen Foster play many, many years, and I've coached him. And Cray back over to Foster Burnley. He goes back to Nutting. Now they rotate. They pop the crease man up. That's Horner. Horner stays up top at the crease. He'll switch with Nutting while Zach Bossy plays with it. And Foster Burnley comes in. He strides right in, and I think Danny Flynn got a piece of that as the shot went. Bossy will bring it in from X. He'll find Cray. He's open. And he does.
Fake.
Good for Zach Bossy on that.
That was a really nice fake.
He gave a look, and then he looked at the cage and looked back at Cray, and Cray was wide open, actually. But the defender bit on the fake by Bossy, and Bossy just strolls in and puts it in far corner.
That fake gave him a half a step on the defender because the defender went to slide to cover. I don't agree with that call at all.
That was a phantom push, I think, on Brennan Kelly, and he's going to pick up Bossy. This is first or second shift for Brennan Kelly out there.
Yeah, I think he tripped over the line.
Yeah, and Bossy's going to take Kelly to task here, and he's going to take him out into the alley. Brennan retains. He stays up with Bossy. Bossy slows it down, and now they're going to try and isolate him. Kelly is untested here against this kind of talent at midfield, so let's see what he can do. He gets tripped over on the net, and another terrific play by Zach Bossy.
Well, and one of our defenders was trying to come around and cover on that and literally fell, and so he got in the way of both the goalie and the other defender.
Well, what Zach Bossy did there that was very, very smart is that Kelly's a long stick midfielder. He's out there playing defense against a fleet-footed midfielder like Bossy, and he's not used to getting tied up behind the net. And what Bossy did was he got him down, and now it's even strength. So they're going to protect the ball behind goal line. They're going to get the ball over to Cusack, and now they'll go in 3-3. So now they're getting back into their...
There it goes. Shot.
Nice.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's it.
That looked like Fink on that, and it was. Yep. And, I think the Sabres were really confused there.
They were. They weren't sure which man they were covering on that. They didn't slide appropriately, and Bedford really had that.
So Fink gets the goal at just under the 1 minute left mark of the third quarter. You sit back and you wait for your guys to get on the field in a yellow call, and guys go unnoticed.
20 seconds left.
So 20 left. Tucci's got a short pole. He's going to go invert. He's going to get a pass over to Fink, which gets tipped by Manning. And the Bulldogs, they're going to find an opening to Howe. He goes left, picks up a slide, and he goes in. Great face dodge by Howe.
Oh.
He had two guys on him. Had no choice but to face dodge to keep the ball in his stick and came back and popped it in.
I thought that was almost going to be a hold on defense. They put the stick around his neck.
Yeah, he traveled with two defenders on him for at least 2 or 3 yards. And Howe gets the goal with just about 4 seconds left in the quarter. And I got to tell you, Souhegan did everything they could on that.
Yep. And what
opportunity there to step in, but chose not to.
And the two attackmen that are on the sides there seem to be wide open.
So now you got Cray at the top. He'll go down to Duarte. Duarte just stands and kind of surveys the field. Now we're even. And Cray will go with Krasinski. He gets some space, and he gets a great underhand shot. I think Krasinski did just about everything he could do, but Cray, again, he feels that pressure on his back, and I think he just kind of lays off like a fadeaway in basketball.
Yeah.
And he was able to get his hands in an underhand position, and he puts it in. So.
That ball did not have a lot of momentum in it. It just was rocket. No.
And even without the speed on that shot, he didn't draw a slide, so that Burnley was wide open to see that shot. So the Sabres will clear effectively. Flynn will pick up on Nutting, and he'll find Cray wide open.
Wide open.
You can't
wide
do that
open.
with Brendan Cray.
I saw that happening as they were coming down, and they were starting to focus on the left side, and Cray just took a couple of steps to be open, and he was standing right there.
Yeah. give Souhegan credit for finding the opening on that.
Yep.
They really, as you said, the Bedford defense was really
Get over here, man, open.
Yeah, they're gonna look for an opening on the wing here. So Howe back up to Gendron, back over to Clark. Clark's just going to make a move and pull it back. Gendron.
Well, Clark's almost at the 50. Maybe he takes another shot.
Yeah. What works once might work again.
You never
so
know.
Gendron again, he's gone left 4 or 5 times and he goes back to his right.
Beautiful.
Now, I got to give credit to Foster Burnley. He had him tied up. He had his hands tied up. Colby was going to try and shoot that left, and Foster got a late check-in on his hands and bobbled the ball, but Gendron went back to his right, and he scores on Burnley's far left side. He finds an opening in the lower triangle.
The nice thing I liked what he did there also is that he
So my mistake, they've got Dakota Clark back at X.
Watch, he's got a man coming at him again.
So there's a drawn-up play here by the Bulldogs, putting Dakota Clark way back on the end line, and they've got everything spread out here. Kind of and they find the inside to Cusack.
Oh, what a nice shot.
I don't know if that's what they were intending to look for there, but Jack Cusack gets the pass inside from Devin LaFrance, and he puts his, I think that's his 3rd goal of the day on the board.
You know, what was beautiful is that he was standing towards the left of the cage and then took off towards the